But looking at the Facebook post for Card Fight kind of brings me to my last topic that I wanted to talk about, just random thing, is people giving feedback. I'm not going to say that feedback is not important. Feedback is super important, even if it's kind of given in a bluntly or negative way. It's still feedback, something that you could potentially take away to improve something. But I've been looking at, they've been releasing like the new cards that are in the new trial decks. So one by one, every day they release a new card from the deck, giving you some information on it. And I'm reading through them, and maybe it's just because I don't play it competitively. I'd only play it casually if I play it at all. I'm reading through the cards and I'm like, okay, that's not great, but it's not bad. And then there's a couple of cards where I'm like, hey, that thing actually slaps a little bit. But then I look at like the reactions and there's like some angry emotes, like angry reactions. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? And I look at the comments and there aren't any comments, or there's like comments that are just saying, hey, this is really cool. So to me, if you're going to leave that angry emote, especially for stuff like Card Fight, which is still like growing, you should at least try to go that extra mile. Excuse me. And maybe leave a comment saying why you reacted with the angry emote. Like, what's your beef, stranger? Like, it just angers me that someone, or like if they come into the comments and just say, this sucks, or this is horrible, or this is broken. Explain it. Especially explain it for the ones that may not know, so they can maybe get in on it and say, oh wait, yeah, that might actually be broken. So the more so you can build on that feedback, and maybe the feedback will get back to the company and they could look into changing it. I obviously don't think they will. They're printing cards right now, getting ready to launch them in October in a couple of months, but actually in a month. It might be really close to exactly a month now. A little less than a month. But either way, they obviously can't change it now, but they can change it in a reprint later down the road, maybe. So I always say, and this is just kind of something that people should live by, if you're wanting to give that feedback, even if you're just wanting to leave those emojis, if you're going to leave like an angry one or one that's like showing displeasure, and it's something that you're really passionate about, then you should air those grievances. Like, hey, this is what I don't like about this. And you never know, that could cause someone to change it. Just, I don't know. It's one of those things where like, even if it's like a dislike on YouTube, you're obviously 100% free to leave that dislike. But at the same time, maybe follow it up with what part you didn't dislike. Because if you leave a dislike on a half-hour-long video, a creator is going to look at you like, what didn't you like? What's the problem here? Was it this part? Was it this part? Was it, just because they don't like the game, period? Or do you just not like me? Like, just to see, what it is. To see if it's something that can be fixed, or if it's just someone that's having a bad day that's just not happy with anything. That's a little bit of a rant about feedback. Just it's annoying to see the angry emojis on something you're so passionate about and something that you're looking at and you're like, I don't see the problem with this, so why are you angry about this? You're just angry just cuz? Because that's one thing. You can just be angry just because you're angry, whatever. But that's a little bit of a rant.